Yeah, it's we're gonna start our recording for the language classes. This is a first class of the quarter. So we have some new information to go over. So this is a sock swaddle tribal language program, Lushootseed. It's going to be Monday through Fridays, 3:30 to 4:30-ish. We might start 5-10 minutes late, depending on the ongoings of the students here. I like keeping them fluid so that we're not so rigid and the affective filters are down and we can kind of study at our leisure. It's a self-guided tour through Lushootseed, all right? This is going to be different from the normal program that people have been studied before. Eventually, we're going to be teaching it in regular schools and classes. We are kind of working in the daycare. They have something similar to language use, along with some knowledge-based curriculum that is in the development for that. So the language classes are on a kind of a 3-level tiered, geared towards language revitalization. And what that means is that we want to build teachers for the language. So it's not just me and it's not just my assistant, or it's not just the people in the cultural resources department. The whole goal is to get the community involvement. And any level, if you want to have a language teacher certification, we will try to do our best to get it through and get through council and everything that you can. Submit it to me. There are 4 aspects of that teacher certification or a language proficiency certification. They are establishing 4 aspects per level, and there's 3 levels. So it's a specific activity where the language is used. So that means you got to pick an area where you are mostly at and you use daily. It is to use the language in your daily life. So if you drive all the time and you do nothing but driving, then that's where you would want it to be. You wouldn't want to use the kitchen if you don't know how to cook. But if you are a cook and you like to cook, you want to make that area the place where language is to survive. So that is called establishing a language nest, a physical location where English is not spoken or not heard. So if you are driving, it is not a good idea because we can't turn a filter on to put everything into Lushootseed yet. But it's not saying that you can't. I mean, we can have Lushootseed CDs and things. It's just not hours long for a particular thing. So pick where you're going to be at. Pick where you have control over. So me, I have control over my kitchen. I got control over my bathroom, and I have control over my bedroom. Places where I am at, where I have control. I have semi-control here, but there are meetings that take place here. So at office spaces, you kind of have to go through with what the man says, right? Whatever your boss says, that's kind of what it is. We can make coordinate time, and that is another language nest, or actually the one that they use for time is immersion, right? Language immersion time, which is like from 3 to 4:30, we'll use nothing but English, nothing but Lushootseed right here, right? That is a language instrument of time. So this language nest is that we're going to slowly build these language activities to where we have like 50 bazillion of them, and we're just going to speak the language there from now on, right? So that's the whole goal and objective. So the time is very key there. So if you're able to speak for at least 3 hours-ish in that one specific place, then just go ahead and kick English out. That's your goal, is get up to about 3 hours, in one spot. Now, that can be different because no one spends 3 hours in the bathroom every day that I'm aware of. If you really, really take care of yourself and beautify yourself and take 3 hours, well, I could probably help get you there. I do have stuff for put on makeup. Thanks to the Puyallup tribe, I do have other things that, again, like grooming and shaving and all that kind of fun stuff. We can do that, but taking care of your big stuff first. Then you can just kick out the language out that side of that part. So going potty, taking a shower, brushing your teeth, washing your hands, all of this stuff can be done in the language. And as soon as you reach about that many for that place, you can just go ahead and kick English out, right? It's your per comfort level, right? Per comfort level. Go ahead and forgive yourself for not using the language the entire time for these places, and go ahead and give yourself language breaks. You do deserve it. Language is not a dominant language in the region, sorry to say, but these are the steps to create a language revitalization. So don't forget to forgive yourself for not using the language the entire time, right? Because then we don't want to push the language away. We just want to set it down where it's at, let it rest. It needs to rest just like we need to rest. And then you can go ahead and pick it back up, and you'll find that your language goes up, right? So that goes off from our basic program. Here you'll find a couple of resolutions for that we created for the language sovereignty and Lushootseed language certification program. If you want to check out the resolutions, I would suggest to email our tribal government recording secretary when we get one. If you want a copy, signed copy. I have the unsigned documents that I shown to council. They are not official because they have not been signed, but they do have them. Any comments, concerns, and questions on that?
Nope. You're pretty clear, pretty thorough. Thank you.
All right. So one of the things that I didn't brush up on last time, and this is really for the new people, this is really the alphabet of Lushootseed, right? Lushootseed has the grand total of 24 different characters, and each character sometimes has up to 4 different characters on the inside. So the K, right? But with labulization, that's what this thing is just a labulized K. And then you have the raised W. Anything with a raised W, you just round your lips and you blow out. Right? And then again, labulization on the KW. You'll have your unique ones. So you look at 12 and 13, there's your Bard L and your Running Man. I don't remember what these scientific names are called, but that's what I call them. This guy looks like he's running away from a stick or running towards a stick. I don't know. And then there's this weird L that's not part of these L's. Those ones are very unique to Lushootseed. The number 12 is the Bard L, which goes right, and then you got the Running Man, which goes la 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 la. All right, so we'll spend more time on this if there's enough people who really want to. If not, watch a video, look up Lushootseed Alphabetics, and you'll get Puyallups language program. Let's not reduplicate what's already out there. I want to say thank you to Zalmai Zaire, Dr. Zalmai Zaire, for doing the alphabet in Lushootseed. There's also a couple other people who have pretty good alphabets out there. Let's just not reduplicate what's already out there. All right. And because I said it's a self-study guide, right? I'm going to guide you through your self-studies. So here is one way for the self-studying part. So insert your name there. When you're watching videos, type in this week and then just 9/13/2021, and then write down what you're watching. So you can put down alphabet, and then if you watch the brushing of the teeth next, then you can do the brushing of the teeth next, or what's going on in the video, right? And then how long did you watch it? How long was the contents? And how long did you repeat it, right? So you can finally get it. This is just a self-guided part so that you guys can keep track of your hours on your language work. Now, I will email this out to all my students, so make sure to email me your email address so I can get this emailed out to you.
Okay. Yeah, that was my next question.
This thing can keep going on and on. Make sure to save a blank document so you can add one on later in the future. Or if you need a blank document, just email me. Hey, I filled my thing up and I need another page, and I can get you another page.
Thank you.
Any comments, concerns, questions on that one?
No. I should have been doing that all along, I guess.
It just helps keep track, all right?
Well, this is what I get for last semester being 5 weeks late. So
I didn't even develop this up until like 5 weeks ago. So don't worry.
Okay, well, I didn't miss it then. Okay.
No, this is brand new. This is going to help you guys out. They try to help build you to help yourself, right? And then some documentation to say, okay, yeah, they did this work. They got all of this stuff. I need to send this off to my people so they can get the certifications done. So this just helps build that time up, all right?
Okay.
Also on that last sheet, if you make a video and you say how much time is on that video, I will count that as well.
Oh, okay.
So make sure to video record yourself doing your own domains, and that can even count towards your
like my preschool classes.
Yes, exactly. Or if Mary is sitting there doing her dishes or folding her clothes and having a video of her folding her clothes and posting that up on YouTube or a social media site, and then make sure to copy that website down so I can then say, hey, they have more information, here you go. Right?
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, so here is the language activities or the language nesting program form. All right, so you just insert your name and then what level you're attempting, and then where do you want this at? Do you want it in the bathroom? Do you want it in the kitchen? Do you want it in the classroom? Or if you find a way to do it anywhere else, then go ahead and do that. Now, if you have already established a language nest, say it is me, I've already had the bathroom and the kitchen, so now I'm working on the classroom, right? That's for me to do and keep going on for your level 2 or level 3s if you already pre-established a language nest. Now, I know it says 60 domains. Now, remember the word, this is the fancy word, domain, for a language activity. Activities is something that you do in the house or in that language area or that language nest that you're building, right? So that is washing my hands, All right, so we take the bathroom for the example. We wash our hands in the bathroom. We wash our hands in the bathroom, right?
Yes.
At least once. Okay. We wash our hands in the bathroom at least once a day, right? Once a day, guaranteed, right?
At least.
So then you go from washing your hands to using the bathroom. There's two different types you could do there. Then you can also do your brushing your teeth, you can wash your hair, you can wash your body, you can take your clothes off, put your clothes on, and you see these things jump up. You can put on your makeup, you can shave your face, you can braid your hair, you can brush your hair. You know, you see these things keep adding up, right? Like quick, right?
Sweet.
Yeah.
All these little activities you can do.
We have-
Sweep, mop, take out the trash, put trash cans in, trash bag in. These are little activities that you do. Domains. These are domains. That's what a domain is, right? So this, you just write down the domain. You can say washing hands, right? And then, is it a part of your nest? Then I would say, yeah, it's definitely in my nest. When did you post it? Oh, I posted it last week. So 8 of 21, right? And then reclaimed.
Is that when you can do it all in the language?
Yes. When you post it, it doesn't mean that you can do it all in the language. That just means, okay, I printed something out. Now it's there. Now I can kind of start reading it. Okay, a reclaim date. So let's say it's today. I can do the whole thing in the language as of today, right? So that's when you would want to put that there. So you can reclaim it. You're not going to use any English at all from then on that point while you're washing your hands, right?
For that activity.
For that activity in that location. So if I did this location at my house and I come to the work and I have to use the potty and I need to wash my hands, I don't have to say that I did it there, and I can post it here, but it's not my domain area where I want to reclaim the language, right?
Okay.
All right, any comments, concerns, or questions on this one?
No, that's pretty good.
All right, so this is another homework sheet I can send with you to the house. This just helps you rebuild, know that you're actually doing up to 60 domains in one spot. And once you get to about 20, 25 is the magic number to where you can just completely kick English out, right? Again, as long as you get the big major stuff in first, you can actually start kicking out English sooner and start bringing in the target language faster. Because you're using that on a daily basis. I don't shave daily, right? That's like a once every 3 months kind of thing. And my beard don't get too big, too fast. And some people like Katie don't even shave at all because they don't have facial hair. I don't put on makeup. I have had makeup get put on me before. But, that was because I had a big sister and she was having fun.
Get him, Katie.
So remember, the idea is to reclaim these activities in the language so that you don't put any English in them. So choose wisely, choose where you use it on a daily basis. Now, this takes a lot of time and a lot of effort, and yeah, that part is that. So it takes a lot of time and effort. And what I do suggest, right, for your safety, for my safety, for everybody's safety, documentation is key. Now, get yourself a college rule bounded notebook. Don't get the ones with the metal on it, because this is for archival material. This is to say that if you have kids and they have kids and their kids have kids, or later on, if you have relatives that you want to be like, hey, I have an auntie whose name is Mary, and she has written a lot of stuff in for the language, and then I want my kid to go look at Mary's stuff. And then they can be like, oh, dude, this is where Mary lived. This is her family. Oh, I'm related to her this way, right? This is a really good thing to keep on you and start documenting the language for you, but also for future generations. Okay, this is James Ironheart. He lives here. He's a second language learner. He learned from Dr. Zeke. He learned from his grandma. All that information gets put on the first page, right? That's where you put your name, the language you're studying, the address, if all the pertinent information that you just want to add, you want to share. By all means, if you fill up this page, just go to the next page, right? So how much information you want to spend on yourself, it don't matter, right? And then when you get to it, right? So where it says the college side, or this side right here, the blank side and the college side. So you put one information on this side, and then you write down something up here, right? Where my thumb's at. You write something there in the language, and then you write you write English first, then you write the language second. Now, if there's any new information, so say that I was talking to you about the railroad in Arlington, right? Because there's a railroad in Arlington. Used to be a railroad in Arlington, and then now they started making a new railroad in Arlington. That's when you would put the new information here, right?
Okay.
So current information, new information, right? Current information that you already know, new information that you just got given, right?
Okay.
Go right to left. And then just fill it up. Fill it up with everything you know, everything you want to know. Don't be shy and bashful, because this stuff helps out later on.
Katie?
I have like 3 of these
Hi.
with my language journey. Thanks to Dr. Zeke. I have a bunch of weird mess up and goofy things where I couldn't even write. If you want to see where I couldn't even write, ask me, hey, show me your first and second book, because it would make you laugh so hard, because some of my words weren't exactly correct. So I have these to give out if you're here in person. If not, these are like 99 cents at Office Depot or something. These are just good information for the learners who are just getting out to learn. And that way you can donate it to your local tribe. You give it off to your relatives, or you can just give it off to the Smithsonian or your local museum place. And then you can be like, oh, hey, let's, this is good information to have, right?
Yeah, nice. That's good. That's really a good idea too. Just to have
Yeah.
it.
We went through a lot of information rather quickly. Does anybody have any comments, concerns, or questions about anything that we just went over?
No.
White, black, wow.
All right, so I guess I can share this part. All right, so this, as you can see, is kind of the domains that we're going to be learning. Domains, remember, domains, language activities that we're going to do over this quarter. We're gonna try to do bathing. We're gonna do the cleaning of the bathroom.
Yeah.
That's sweeping / mopping. We're also gonna do clothing. So that's taking clothes off, that's putting clothes on, that's putting it, separating it, bringing it down to laundry, doing the washing, then drying, then folding and separating, and then putting away into this nice, good, neat circle here that we have for clothing. Then there's doing the dishes, brushing your teeth, fixing the bed, kitchen verbs. So verbs is what you do. I'm cutting, I'm cleaning, I'm separating, I'm folding, and activities that you do on while you're in there, right? I'm cutting.
All right. What was the name of the group?
And then you got places to go. So like Everett, Linwood, Seattle, Darrington, just places that you can go. Putting the dishes away. Also places to go like grocery stores and other things like that. And of course, washing your hands, because we at least wash your hands at least once a day, right? Right. And then work words. Because I don't want to focus in on the work.
Right.
Because primarily we're going to do it at the house. So it's where we spend 90% of our time, especially on the weekends, that we're primarily at home. So I kind of want to stay there. But if we're not, and we come to a consensus that we want to work on something new, we can work on something new. I'm just going to say we should try to stick with the kitchen and the bedroom and the bathroom and the laundry room, or, stuff that we do daily.
Yeah.
Because if you go shopping every day, you might have a problem, right? If you go to the casino every day, you might have a problem. We go to work for 5 days, some of us 4 days. If we're lucky, only 3 days out of the week, right? If we're lucky. But mostly we spend majority from outside of the 5 days it's going to be at our house. So let's try to reclaim that area. And then I try to leave the living room alone due to one major factor, and that factor is that we have the ability to have guests and company come over, and you don't want to make them feel embarrassed by just forcing the language on them. Right? Eventually, they're going to learn that, hey, these guys speak language all the time in these other places. I want to go there for that.
Yeah.
We can go fill that in later, but not right now. The other thing is that the television does not come with a transcriber of the language. It doesn't say, oh, hey, let's go to let's translate everything back into the Lushootseed. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have Lushootseed closed captioning. It'd help you learn faster.
Right. Right. So here's our question, our conversations. Now with conversations, I would like you to talk to somebody. It can be the dog, it can be your next door neighbor if they really want to learn Lushootseed, but if they're fine with you talking to Lushootseed to them, and and then you only responding in Lushootseed, that's okay. If not, you can I have a personal number. I'm trying to get a work number, so you can just call me anytime with that work number. Just hopefully not past 9 o'clock, because I'm primarily sleeping at 9.
You and me both. If I make it to 9.
Right.
All right. Thank you for keeping us updated.
So here are the conversations we can have. How is your Lushootseed? Do you use it every day? Where do you use it? That kind of stuff gets put into there. Basic conversations. Hello, can you help me?
All right. Good night. Bye.
Basic conversation. The departure phrases. Feelings. How you're feeling. shopping questions. Now, shopping questions is a tad bit thing that I would say if you are one of those shopping holics, we actually have, is that shirt new? Yes, no. Where did you buy it? How much was it? We have this information where we can start doing that in Lushootseed. And I got a very good big chunk of it sitting there inside that part right there. All right. So we also have thank you with research notes on where the thank yous come from and all of that information. And then what are you doing, right? What are you doing? What did you buy? What did you drink? What did you eat? What do you like, right? What did you do last summer? What foods do you like? Where are you going? Who did you see today? Who did you talk to? Who did you write text or email to? And of course, you're welcome, right? So those are all the conversational pieces that we can input. And if you want, that's the list that we're going to be going over. We also have a couple other ones if we need to get into that. Just so that you know, if there is somebody here, I probably will be asking questions here, and I'll probably answer questions here. I will try to look at the screen periodically and try to go back and forth between the two, because the way this classroom set up is that my classroom is behind me and I'm looking at a screen which is not very interactive with the people here. I will try to do both. So if you need to wave your hand, say, hey, something, there are reactions down at the bottom and it kind of stays up for a while, right? So I can kind of see, kind of understand. And I will be taking college classes here with this is my last year for my associates for Enwick. So hopefully I can get everything done for this year. So it's gonna be fun.
Well, it sounds like you got a little more, stuff together for us to keep track and everything. Sounds like you were working all summer, weren't you?
The summer is my actually busy time. It may look like I'm just sitting here having fun at my computer, but normally it's trying to get the information here together. It's trying to compile every information and seeing what worked, what didn't, and all that kind of fun stuff. I need to really start bringing in my sister for when I have those what worked and what didn't work for classes. And then I should be able to reach out to my students, see what worked, what didn't work with my classes. I never really taught in person in like 3 years now, and it's kind of scary. It's a scary fact that I can get over. It's gonna be awesome. If I need to remote into class, I will try to post I'll try to post what I need to our emails. If you can just pop that up and then make sure to have that handy if I need to remote into class. I'm not entirely certain that that's going to be okay, but we're going to go with that. If we need to remote, we can remote. Let's be fluid here. Let's go with the flow instead of try to fight it. Outside of that, is there any other questions about remote learning? Thank you.
No.
And for anybody who really wants to contact me. Okay, that is my email. This is the work line. This is my cell. Personal. And I don't have a work one yet. I'm having problems with my carrier or with my cell phone itself. It does not like taking calls. If you can look me up on Facebook and friending me on Facebook or social media, that would be another method to get a hold of me. Yeah, social media. I'm on Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp. So you can just find me anywhere on any of the social media platforms. Oh, and then don't forget to look up James Ironheart for YouTube. I will have my videos up on there. I like saying hey. There's also Puyallup language department. They have a wonderful assortment of Lushootseed. They also, if you look up Puyallup language on YouTube, it will come up with some awesome videos. I just don't have the budget to compete with any of what they're doing, although I have a lot of their information on there. So that is that. If we need to go over any other information, if there's a new person that comes in, this is just a standard boring class. First day of class, I'm not going to do any Lushootseed. I'm here for questions about this. I can take questions now.
I don't have any questions.
You have anything to add? Katie and Stephanie will be filling in with me if I'm not able to make it to class.
If I'm also teaching preschool classes, and if I have to come in for language classes to teach this class, those days will probably be running anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes late, because I'll be running from the other side of the res, finishing up that class, and then coming here and then doing the setup for this. So it'll be those days. If I have to do that, it's going to be a little late. But if you guys want to take time to spend like the extra few minutes after 4:30, I don't mind just staying and then finishing the full hour with anyone.
So I kind of ended this time around with two known holidays, which is the Indigenous Peoples Day, aka Christopher Columbus Day, which is 10/11 of 21, which is off, no class. And also with Veterans Day or Warriors Day, which is 11 of 11 of 21 with no class. Must know that anytime they call administration leave for us, I will also have no class that day. I will try to send an email out to everybody saying that there will be no class. I'll also try to post on here that there will be no class from here because there's administration leave.
And then, are you a part of the Lushootseed Language Rebels on Facebook?
Yes.
Because that's where the posts will go up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I look at that. I go to that page.
All right.
I try to only look at Facebook on weekends when there's school, because I felt funny about the first week I was in school. I turned my computer on and I'd immediately start looking at, stuff that I didn't need to look at. I'm on there for school. So I try to restrict my Facebook stuff, but it's, I can look at stuff. I just try not to sit on it,
Yeah, the only other holiday that I can see already happened, and we're not going to be here long enough for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And I try to plan our classes around this, and we're probably not going to come back for winter until after January. So after this, we're going to be 11.
After Thanksgiving?
9/13 to just before Thanksgiving, the week before Thanksgiving, and then we're not going to go back to class until January.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So the week after the Veterans Day is going to be the last full week of class?
Yeah.
For the year? Oh.
Yeah. And then that's the week is testing week, and that pretty much our last day is that week of that, or that day before, or that day after Veterans Day. But we're having like 90 days of something like that, of 1 hour a day for classes, Monday through Fridays. So it's going to be great. Again, admin leave is sporadic. Sometimes I'd be like, hey, it's a sunny day and it's been raining for the last 3 weeks. Let's call an admin day. So, so you know.
Yeah, that's what our tribe does.
I will try to make sure to send that information out when I get told. Sometimes it would be like at 2:30 and I'll have class at 3:30 and be like, well, and then who knows, I might remote in with my phone and be like, well, today's an admin day. I'm here at site at my house. Let's go through my house and what I do at the house, and let's just do it. I don't know. I mean, depends on if I get a phone or not for work and other things like that. There's a lot of stuff that hinges on I don't know kind of stuff. But we'll work it out. Things will happen the way they need to happen.
That's what I keep saying. That's the life.
Right.
Yeah, I can't get my, even I have the Lushootseed keyboard on my computer, and even when I put it on English, I can't get my dash. It gives like that W, the raised W. So I try to if that's why I didn't have any dashes in my cell phone number, because even though it's on the English keyboard, it still does like the raised W, but I don't want to mess up things. I've taken it off and put it back on twice now, and it just, so I just leave it when I type something in it, and it does that raised W, or I think the glottal stop. I can't do the question mark or the slash, but when it comes up, you know, with the little line to correct, I'll use that to correct. But I don't know why my keyboard is stuck on some of the Lushootseed alphabet.
Oh yeah, this is also the new thing. I'm gonna try to use. I'm also gonna try to use the whiteboard that's in here for more of the classes. That way, everybody can add stuff to it. Mary can add. I can add. Anybody who else is on the phone can add stuff to it if they want.
Yeah.
Be pretty fun.
Yeah.
All right, I guess I'll let you guys go. Well, I'm turning off the recording now. So,
Okay.
bye.